This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. The Hernando County Sheriff's Office says one of its deputies shot and injured a suspect last night. In a press release, the Hernando Sheriff's Office says that during a traffic stop, a suspect fled, and after a short foot chase, the deputy got into a physical altercation with him. The Sheriff's Office says a preliminary investigation indicates the suspect reached for the deputy's firearm, and the deputy shot the suspect, who was taken to a hospital. The FDLE will investigate the shooting. During Hurricane Milton, a crane crashed into an office building in St. Petersburg, causing considerable damage. WMNF's Caitlin Serafin reports that 2 Florida lawmakers have filed bills to help prevent future disasters like that.
Currently, local governments in Florida cannot pass safety regulations regarding hoisting equipment. This could pose a problem when it comes to hurricane and emergency preparation. Democratic Representative Lindsey Cross from St. Pete filed a bill that would repeal those provisions.
And so really it's a public safety issue that we need to address by striking that preemption and giving some control back to the local governments who are more aware of the construction activities that are happening.
This bill still needs to pass through multiple committees before it can be heard on the House and Senate floors. Senator Darrell Roussan has filed a companion bill in the Senate. Caitlin Serafin, WMNF News.
Tap water in Hillsborough County will continue to have fluoride. WMNF's Chris Young reports this comes after a tie vote from the County Commission Wednesday on a mineral that has received national attention.
Hillsborough County Commissioner Joshua Wostel raised the issue at a meeting.
There is no way that I could sleep well at night knowing that we're doing this and potentially exposing children.
The motion received pushback and ultimately failed, but it came as fluoride is in the national spotlight. In September, a federal judge ordered the EPA to address the impacts of fluoride in drinking water. President Trump's health secretary nominee Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has also repeatedly spoken out against the mineral. Tampa pediatrician David Berger calls Hillsborough County Commission's decision premature.
I would commission a study to see how much fluoride is in people's urine so that we know if this is a problem in the first place. And certainly if children were having higher levels of fluoride above what the research is showing is problematic, I would take it out.
He says fluoride can reduce cavities for many in poor communities, but it's also been associated with lower IQ points. Lee County in Southwest Florida voted to remove fluoride from drinking water this week. Chris Young, WMNF News.
A federal appeals court has rejected a commercial fisherman's constitutional challenge to Florida rules about pompano fishing in federal waters off the Gulf of Mexico. Yesterday, a 3-judge panel of the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals backed the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission in a case that the court described as involving the entanglement of federal and state jurisdictions in the commercial fishing industry. The lawsuit contended, in part, that a federal law prevented Florida from regulating pompano fishing in federal waters. That's an argument about what is known as legal preemption. Yesterday's opinion said the federal law allows state regulation of fishing vessels in such areas when there is not a fishery management plan, as was in the case with pompano in the exclusive economic zone. A legislative budget panel approved transferring $8.2 million to pay for the continued deployment of Florida National Guard members at state prisons until June. On Wednesday, the Joint Legislative Budget Commission approved a request from the Florida Department of Corrections. National Guard members have worked at prisons for more than 2 years as the correctional system has struggled with high vacancy rates and an increase in the number of inmates. Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order in September of 2022 to begin using National Guard members at prisons and has issued a series of extensions. In December, DeSantis issued an order saying another 6-month extension was necessary. It'll be mostly sunny today with highs in the high 70s. Expect overnight fog tonight with lows in the high 50s. And tomorrow, areas of fog early on with sun in the afternoon and highs in the low 80s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.